Hello, good morning. Right now where I'm at, it's morning, so today I want to talk about this topic of sin, especially wrath, lust, greed, and gluttony. What are these? They're sin. They go to temporary pleasure. Sin turns to sin. I have a open Bible here. It says about lust. You have heard that it was said of old, "You shall not commit adultery," but I say to you that anyone who looks with lust at a woman has already committed adultery with her in his heart. If your right eye causes you to sin, tear it out and throw it away. It is preferable for you to lose one part of your body than to have your whole body thrown into Gehenna. And if your right hand causes you to sin, cut it off and throw it away. It is preferable for you to lose one of your limbs than to have your whole body thrown into Gehenna. So what does that mean? That means that if your body causes you to lust, you need to do everything in your power to avoid it and not lust. Because lust, it's really disgusting. You're seeing at a woman for like only their... Let me close this. They're only looking at a woman for their body, which is disgusting. You're not even actually attracted to them. You're just attracted to their body. Not their soul, not their personality, not their self. Their body. Imagine how disgusting that is. To only like a woman for their body. Pray for you guys to not do that. That is very bad. Should not do that, as that is. Also, on the topic of that, pornography. That is also bad, as it is sin. How might you say jerking off and pornography is a sin? Well, it is, because you're doing lust, but throughout the screen. You're doing it to a virtual woman who doesn't even know you exist. She doesn't like you. She doesn't want you. None of them do. And you're over there just spending your time buying their things. They don't want you. They're not real to you. And you're not real to them. You just want them for that temporary pleasure, but is this temporary pleasure ever going to give you enough satisfaction in your life to ever bring you anywhere? No, it's not. It's all going to bring you to sin, which is going to bring you to hell. Only if you repent and believe in Jesus Christ, you will be saved. Pretty sure I'm done with lust now, but remember, it is still very bad. Please do not do any of that. I'll move on to greed. Let me find the passage on it. Hold on. I mean, this isn't really about greed, but I'll still add it. Do not store up treasures for yourselves on earth, where they will be destroyed by moss and rust, and where thieves break in and steal. Rather, store up treasures for yourself in heaven, where neither moss nor rust destroys, and where thieves cannot break in and steal. For where your treasure is, there will be your heart also be. This is Matthew 5:19. This is Matthew 5:24. No one can serve two masters, for you will either hate the one and love the other, or be devoted to the one and despise the other. You cannot serve both God and money. I get a lot of people here would maybe be raised not good and would value money, but it's saying do not value money over God, and this world is temporary. None of this will actually really matter, because we will all die, not in a nihilistic way, but we will all die And all that matters is if we repented and sinned or not. That's why we should do good deeds, help this world out to be saved, and for us to be saved as well. But also, you can't just have two masters. You can't value money over God. Also, it's talking about here, your wealth, your happiness, it's going to be temporary to the eternal happiness you're going to feel in heaven. And greed is bad because also, the Bible calls us to feed the poor, feed the hungry, and help others in need. Greed is just having it all to yourself. That's against the Bible. Any money that we don't need, we should give to the others, as they would probably need it more than us. God, He gave money to the poor. He did all these good things because He's a good person. He's God. What about us? We're called to be Christ-like, pick up our cross, and deny ourselves. And we should do that. Feed the hungry, feed the poor, and stop being greedy. Be grateful for what you have, actually. Be grateful for everything that God gives you, even the bad, the good, everything. It's all a gift from God to make you stronger. I don't think there's anything on gluttony, but gluttony, in my opinion, is just bad because it's like, again, temporary pleasure. The food is probably very tasty and yummy, but it's gonna turn into maybe gain a little pounds. And you're not gonna, looks don't matter, but still you're gonna be in somewhere where you don't want to be, and you just want to be getting food and more, and it's never gonna be enough. So, and also that's also greed as well, because you're just gonna be wanting more. Marcus Aurelius, I'm pretty sure he said in one of his books, very little is needed to be happy. Marcus Aurelius, that's what he said. You only need very little to be happy in this life. Only the bare necessities. I'll be going on into rest now. Hold on. This is Matthew 5:21. You have heard that your ancestors were told, you shall not kill, and anyone who kills will be subject to judgment. But I say this to you, anyone who is angry with his brother will be subject to judgment. And whoever addresses his brother in an insulting way will answer for it before the and whoever calls his brother a fool will be liable to the fires of Jannah. Therefore, when offering your gift at the altar, if you should remember that your brother has something against you, leave your gift there at the altar and first go to be reconciled with your brother, then return and offer your gift. Come to terms quickly with your opponent while you are on the way to court with him. If you will do so, he may hand you over to the judge, and the judge will put you in the custody of the guard, and you will be thrown into prison. Believe the truth of what I tell you. You will not be given your freedom until you have paid your debt down to the last penny. I would say you should not be angry with your brother. There's no reason to be angry at anyone, actually. It's all just temporary misconceptions. Shouldn't be angry at anyone, is it? They're people and humans just like us, feelings just like us. And in all reality, it's just not good to be angry. We have no enemies. You have no enemies. Matthew 5:43-48. Love of enemies. You have heard that it was said, you shall love your neighbor and hate your enemy. But I say to you, love your enemies and pray for those who persecute you. Here's my notes on that. I just thought that would be cool shit. I'm gonna actually find that passage here. We should forgive our enemies as God would forgive us. We have sinned. Every time we sin, we crucify Him even more from our sin. And He still forgives us. He loves us. And we must be Christ-like. We must be like Him and humble ourselves before Him. As He is the one and only true God. I am the way, the truth, and the light, He said. We should forgive and love our enemies just like how God would love and forgive us. Because why would you spend your entire life just hating and not forgiving people? That's just sad. They probably forgot about it and you're just still there worrying and hating. That's not how life should be lived. You should forgive them and move on. Love them, forgive them, learn from your mistakes or their mistakes, then move on from that. Love everyone. We should do good deeds, love the people, love the hungry, the poor, our enemies, our neighbors, everyone. Even those who sin. Hate the sin, not the sinner. We should love everyone as God have told us. We do not hate anybody. We just don't like their sin that they would have done or the bad they done unto us. To close this off, I hope that all of you maybe have learned something here. God bless you. I am gonna go. If you're wondering, this is the New Testament of the New Catholic Bible, St. Joseph edition. But that will be all. I'm gonna go now. Thank you.